Yes, Andres. Si Andres muna unahin ko. Andres, ang tatay mo, lalo na ng panahon ng bagets, no? Ang galing magsayaw. Siyempre, idol niya si Michael Jackson. Diba? Pero, lately, nung una hindi ka nagsasayaw, hindi ka namin may nakita kong video mo na trending. Ang kulit mong magsayaw. Tinuruan ka na ba ng tatay mo? Or ikaw yan?
Ayun nga kasi, when we had the performance, the production, actually, yung day before ng show, nagpa-practice ako sa taping po. Kaya, kasi galing ako sa Japan and then we had to do the production the very next day. Tas I wasn't able to really rehearse it. Kaya the day before, I was practicing the dance for the prod that day. Kaya I'm happy na it was okay naman sa tingin.
Kala ko pa naman tinuruan ka ni Aga sa Japan.
Hindi po.
Hindi po. Pero yun, anong reaction ng parents mo? It's trending.
Honestly, parang nagulat din sila kasi di pa na nakita yung sayaw ko na yung style na gano'n na 80s style. Kasi kapag sumasayaw ako, ang nakakita nila is like, you know, yung mga dance na gusto ko, pero yung mga 80s na movements di pa nila nakita. So, they were shocked a bit, but they enjoyed naman.
Yan, eto bulong-bulungan, sabi, hindi nakita ng lahat yung trending dance video mo. Pwede ro bang pasample mo ngayon?
Huwag naman ngayon, pero sa susunod, promise.
Oh my gosh, talagang si Aga dati, pag pinasample, sumusunod. Pati si Sherwin. Oo, ang nanay mo, syempre, kilala sa di ba? Ang daming heroes na dance show, di ba? Sige na. Dapat keep on dancing.
Isa, one move. Gawin ko isang move.
Oo, konti lang.
Susunod ka lang.
Kahit 10 minutes. Sige na.
Next time.
Ay, naku, parang gusto yata niya Astin sa
alam mo, panurin mo na lang pag-gets. January 23. Baka kita mo dyan.
Ay, oo nga. Pero, piling ko, ikaw ba, Astin, pag hinilingan namin na sumayaw para sumunod si Andres, pagbibigyan mo ba? Sige na, Astin, unahan mo na para pagbigyan tayo ni Andres.
Sumayaw ka na.
Sige na. Sige na, para milyones din tong views na to.
Next time na lang. Promise.
Talagang hindi natin napilit. Pero yan. Sige. Eto kay Direk na lang muna bago natin pilitin si Andres na sumayaw. Direk,
yes, po.
Siyempre, super successful ang mutya ng Section E. The first, di ba? Siyempre, iba ang director nun. Hindi ka ba na-pressure na etong pagbabalik ng ang mutya ng Section E, ikaw na may hawak, di ba? Pag sobrang successful nung susundan mo, kahit paano may pressure yun, di ba?
Ay, sobra-sobra po yung pressure. Kasi especially one of the people I look up to in the industry is directed. So, following after his footsteps, what he created for this show, it's an honor at nilalaban talaga namin. So, sana ma-excite lahat dun sa ibibigay namin sa Season 2.
Yan, okay. So, si Astin na lang tayo. Mukhang walang pag-asang sumayo si Andres. Astin, yan. Anong dapat abangan namin dito sa pagbabalik ng mutya ng Section E?
Marami po kayong dapat abangan. Isa na po din yung mga revelations, hindi lang sa akin, sa buhay ng lahat kamo, sa lahat ng cast. At hindi lang buhay ni JJ yung ma-highlight dito, pati yung ibang cast din. Kaya dapat abangan din po nila yun.
Yan, thank you!
Thank you!
Maraming salamat po, Andres. Abangan namin sa Bagets na yung dance moves. Lambot ng katawan nito eh. Thank you so much. Up next, we have from Manila Bulletin and Tempo, Nestor Cuartero.
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, I'm here, Peterson. I'd like to ask our Director Peterson, your last film project, Some Nights I Feel Like Walking,
Yes po.
it's quite dark, no? Now this series is titled The Dark Side, no? Is this any indication that the new series, the Mutya ng Section E, The Dark Side, has shades of the last film that you made.
Ayun, actually, ang hula ko nga po, Sir Nestor, is precisely that, no? Na parang kaya bumagay din na I took the role of the director for The Dark Side kasi I've done some pretty dark films, dark comedies like A Very Good Girl, aside from the romances. So yes, I think from Lara's I really applaud the idea that, di ba, we had so much fun getting to know these characters sa season 1. Sobrang maloloko, sobrang rowdy, these chaotic boys. But this time, we're going deeper. We're visiting their traumas, their backstories. So talagang aabangan din natin yung darker side ng kwento. Yes, Sir Nestor.
How dark?
How dark? Paano ba? Well, it's an exciting kind of dark kasi it's really getting to know the characters that the audiences have come to love. So yun naman siya.
Thank you. I have a question for Andres. I've always thought of this question. Hi, Andre. There is a saying that lightning doesn't strike twice. Anong masasabi mo doon?
Sa lightning doesn't strike twice? Anong konteksto po? Saan?
You come from a family of movie stars. Starting from Amalia Fuentes, your father Aga, the brothers of Amalia, your cousin Nino. Lightning doesn't strike twice. What can you say about that?
Well, I strongly believe that in terms of when you say lightning doesn't strike twice, I believe as a human or per person, we all have a belief of what our destiny should be or what we feel like we can achieve in our lives, right? And even when they say lightning doesn't strike twice, mahirap ulitin, mga ganun, I think it's really important that you know what's destined for you, and if you really believe that you can achieve great things, I really believe that if you set your mind to it, you really can. So ayun po.
Salamat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Up next, we have from Manila Times. Let's have Tessa Mauricio.
Yes, hello, I'm over here. I just wanted to clarify yung sinabi sa atin ng magaling na host natin earlier that the first part you said will come out this December and then second part will come out in June. When we talk about parts, do you mean it's 2 seasons or 2 volumes?
There will be a mid-season break. So it means po that we will show the first half of the season this year until next year, early next year. And then part 2 will come after. And in a way, para ma-excite din po. Kasi bibitinin talaga namin sila dun sa part 1 where the mid-season stops. Ayun
And I
po.
suppose Andres is going to be very busy also with Baguettes, correct? For the next coming weeks.
Yes.
But anyway, ang tanong ko naman, maybe kay Andres and Ashton also, this is picking up on what we've seen in the video earlier and then what Andres said, your message to the rest of the world, not just the Philippines. What have been the best responses and from which countries nanggaling yon from fans of Mutyanang Section E that has become memorable to both of you? Maybe ladies first, Ashton, nababasa mo ba yung responses from around the world? Which country and what has been very memorable sa'yo na reaction ng fans elsewhere?
Siguro po masasabi ko is yung pinaka-tumatak po talaga sa akin is yung mga edits po talaga nila. Nag-e-effort po talaga sila na parang mag-edit, tapos alam niyo po yun, nakatulong din po kasi yun para i-promote din po yung show namin. Kasi yun yung kinagulat namin ng season 1 na parang na-expect namin yung edit lang from here lang sa Philippines, ganyan. Tapos, iba na yung lingwahe, parang nagpapansin ko na yung parang noodles na yung sa mga India, di ba? Grabe po, oo, grabe, nagulat talaga kami, hindi namin ina-expect, kaya sobrang thankful talaga kami. Kasi promise kami po lahat talaga, parang happy lang kami na nagka-work. And yung tinanggap kami ng tao dito sa Pilipinas, tapos mas tinanggap pa din kami ng tao sa ibang bansa, sobrang bonus po talaga.
And Andres, specifically in Spain, have friends of yours seen Mutya ng Section A? And have they said anything about your hit of a show?
Mainly my closer friends in Spain, the ones that I still keep in touch with. Yes, they ask me about how work is going and how good that Mutya is doing really, and talagang they're just happy for me, I guess, and di namin talaga in-expect for any of this to happen. As a cast talaga from day one, we just wanted to put out a good show for everyone to enjoy really, and Ate Laura really wrote such a wonderful story talaga, and we're blessed to say that we get to really portray these characters in such a beautiful story, and I think that's why fans around the world really enjoy Mutya ng Section E, because it goes beyond the story din minsan. It's really about the friendship of the Ulupongs and everyone in the class, and that's why I think it also was able to get support from countries like in India and in Saudi, so it's sobrang natutuwa po.
Well, congratulations. You really put Viva One on the map. No? So congratulations to the entire team.
Well deserved. Maraming salamat po. Up next,
Peterson and Karen, bilang bagong mga salta sa series, paano naging welcoming yung buong cast sa inyo? And ano yung experience nyo nung mga first days nyo?
Ako na. Well, I was lucky to meet them early on in the process. So, nagkaroon ng mga workshops. And sila kasi, kumbaga, parang when you see these boys together, this cast together, ikaw na mag-a-adjust sa kaguluhan nila. So parang, kumbaga nahawa ka dun sa energy nila. Yun, fortunately, I've worked with a lot of young actors. So parang ako, nakikibagets din. kahit hindi na bagets. So I think with this family, they never let us feel na outsiders kami. Kasi parang gano'n naman siya. Kaya siguro, even the show itself has that vibe na you're just welcome to be part of this crazy gang.
Yes, actually same with Direct po. Nung pumasok ako sa show, nung meet and greet namin lahat, parang hindi ko first time na makasama yung mga tao. Kasi majority sa kanila hindi ko pa po nakaka-work. Pero yung iba sa kanila naka-work ko na. So, pina-feel nila sa akin na parang hindi ako bago, parang hindi ako transferee, parang ganon. It's really warm. Tapos lahat parang kachika ko agad, ganon. Hindi ko na-feel na out of place ako. And ginamit ko din yon para maging comfortable enough din ako sa first taping day namin, kahit na grabe yung adjustments, of course, kasi iba talaga yung taba and yung kailangan mong ibigay kapag first day. So parang nakatulong din yon na ka-close ko si Ashton, tapos nakakausap ko si Andres, kahit na first time ko sila ma-meet, and si Robin. And I'm so grateful actually dito sa team na to, kasi kahit sobrang successful nila, parang hindi mo ma-feel yun sa kanila, parang walang nasa ere, walang nakalutang. So lahat sila very humble, and I'm so grateful na sila yung kasama ko dito, and nakasama ako sa show na.
Thank you for Ashton, Andres, and kay Robin. Ano yung masasabi yung dark side ng characters nyo, and paano nyo siya ma-justify?
Para sa akin po, siguro yung dark side ng character ko is yung mga revelations na malalaman niya. Malalaman niya sa family niya, hindi na sa family niya, kundi sa Section E din, yung plano nila para kay JJ, yung mga ganun po. And dito, siguro, papakita dito kung paano maapektuhan at kung paano tatanggapin ni JJ, kung paano niya i-handle yung mga revelations na nalaman niya.
Para sa character ko naman kay Kiefer, I think the biggest revelations para sa kanya naman is his problems with his family, talagang what he went through his childhood and how that affects how he is as a person in the story now that we see. I think that's really the essence of what his dark side is really his upbringing and his life story. So yan ang makikita mo sa season 2 po.
Ako naman po para kay Yuri, makikita nyo kung gaano siya ka-manipulative dito. Makikita nyo na gagawin niya lahat para makuha niya si JJ, and parang papakita niya dito kung na mas better siya kay Kiefer ba. Parang gagawin niya lahat para may pakita yun kay JJ.
All good, yeah. Maraming salamat po. But I want to welcome once again Direk and of course Ren. Welcome to the club, sa Section E. Yeah, finally, di ba? Up next to ask a question, of course, from Random Republica. Miss Kate at the heart.
Hi, good afternoon. My question is for Ren.
Hi,
Here.
Miss Kate.
Ren, we're used to seeing you sa more serious roles, ganyan. Kumusta yung experience mo doing this? And can you share more about your character?
Nakahinga po ako ng maluwag. Ganun yung feeling na parang, ay, finally. Pero it doesn't mean naman na pedix or hindi ka mag-effort. Siyempre, ibibigay mo pa rin yung 100% mo. Pero it's really different po kasi nagaling ako sa action and very drama. Lumuhod ka sa lupa, tapos ito yung naging next show ko. So parang for me, parang may hinga and very refreshing. And nakakatuwa na nalagay ako dito kasi very ano siya eh, parang mapapakita ko din yung ibang side and makakapag-explore ako well with my character. So, yun, and I'm so very excited and looking forward na ma-shoot na namin yung mga scenes kasi marami talagang kaabang-abang.
Thank you. And for Robin, you're back to sporting your red hair. Kumusta yung experience after having done Werewolf tsaka Drake Palma?
Ano po, ang saya kasi sunod-sunod. Yung parang kailan lang inihiling ko lang po na magkaroon ako ng project, magkaroon ako ng trabaho. Kahit mag-talent pa lang po muna ako, gano'n. Tapos ngayon bigla, tuloy-tuloy. Yung parang iniling ko lang na sana magkatrabaho ako kahit hindi na ako matulog, kahit hindi na ako magpahinga. Pinagbigyan po ako ni Lord, hindi na po talaga ako natutulog ngayon. Ayun. Kaya nagpapasalamat po ako kay Lord and sa lahat ng mga boss at sa lahat ng mga tao sumusuporta sa akin. Yun po.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much po, Miss Kate. Up next, we have from Abante, Roldan Castro.
Good afternoon from Abante tonight. Robin, laki na nagawa ng serye na to sa'yo, lalo sa popularity mo. Mabutit hindi ka nagdalawang isip na pumayag ulit na sumali dito sa season 2. Kasi siyempre may ka-love team ka na tapos kumbaga nasa love triangle ka.
Ito pong project na to talaga, sobrang malaking pasasalamat po ako sa project na to. Wala po ako dito sa kinuupuan ko ngayon kung wala to. And wala po lahat talaga, kundi dahil sa Mutiana Section E. Kaya sobrang laki pong pasasalamat ko sa lahat ng tao, kina Andres, Ashton, sa lahat po na tumulong sa amin. Maraming salamat po. And kahit may ka-love team na po ako ngayon, parang open naman po kami ni Angela. Parang kahit anong project po na ibigay sa amin, gagawin po talaga namin.
Pero walang twist na yung love team nyo kung dito sa Mutiana Section E.
Wala pa, Ate Lara, no? Wala pa po.
Wala pa?
Wala pa po.
Ayun.
Salamat po.
Thank you. Direk, gaano yung challenge mo dito sa dami ng mga bagets na ide-direct mo? Paano po yun?
Actually, swerte po ako. Kasi si Directed na ang nakapag-assemble, nakapagpiga, nahihanda ang mga bagets. So I think, I've been hearing from their collaborators from season 1 na actually proud daw sila sa mga boys, kila Ashley, sa mga girls, na talagang nag-level up yung discipline, yung, di ba, na ngayon, hindi na kasing gulo. Joke lang. Magulo pa rin, pero disiplinado. Ayun.
Pero ano na-discover mo sa love team ni na Astin at saka ni Andres?
Ano ba na-discover ko?
Kinikilig ka ba sa dalawa?
Ay, naku. Ang mga tao sa tabi ng Video Village, ewan ko kung naririnig nyo rin ako minsan. Kasi ano naman po ako, hindi ko tinatago ang reaction ko each time na nagka-take. Kasi feeling ko dun effective, di ba sir? Pag ayun. So, meron talaga. Kapag napapanood mo pa lang sa rehearsal, there's really something about this tandem that just really clicks and works. But also because they're very hardworking. I love working with them, with all of them. But yun, of course, si Ashton and si Andres, they carry the show with sobrang dami nilang scenes every day. I really love the idea that they look out for each other, not just with each other but with the rest of the cast. So may ganun kasi silang quality about their tandem. Yun.
Okay, thank you, Direk. At siyempre sa Astres, may pressure ba sa inyo at saka nung malaman yung may season 2 itong series, no, since successful na yung season 1?
Sa pressure naman po, parang sa tingin ko, kahit anong work meron, kailangan may pressure talaga. Kasi kung walang pressure, you're not gonna, you won't be as inclined to give it your all. Pero, ayun nga, really the emphasis talaga is we just want to make a show that everyone can enjoy. And the storyline on its own is very beautiful, and with the right production team, with Derek P. and our producer, Miss Iris, talagang, I believe that because of how complete we are as a unit, as a cast, talagang di kami napapressure ngayon. Parang we're enjoying the whole process, and I think yan yung pinaka-importante talaga. Kapag nag-i-enjoy yung proseso ng shooting and the whole project on its own, I think everything will follow.
Yes.
Ako po, una ko pong na-feel yung nalaman namin magkakasisa to. Siyempre, excitement. And kasi kasi ako hindi lang ako, for sure silang lahat din na sobrang lapit din talaga na bila sa section ni kasi sobrang, ang dami talagang na-open na opportunities na doors, hindi lang sa akin, kundi sa amin lahat. And nalaman namin na magkakasisa to, sobrang happy kami. And of course, may pressure po na naramdaman. Kasi parang, alam mo yun, sana mahalin pa rin. Kasi ang tagal namin na-stop. So, naisip namin, nagsawa na ba yung iba? Or kapag tinuloy ba namin to ng ganun katagal na yung gap, na-excite pa ba sila? Ganun. Pero, na-realize ko parang, as long as ina-enjoy mo, mas mabibigay mo kasi yung best mo. And kapag binibigay mo yung best mo, mas mafe-feel ng audience na nag-enjoy ka na. Mas ma-enjoy din nila yung papanood nila.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much po. Up next, can we have from Philstar, Ms. Dolly Ann Carvajal.
Hello, for Rabin, what can you say about the brewing rivalry between you and Andres? Kasi yung fandom nyo parang rabid fans, yung nakaka-apekto ba yun sa friendship nyo ni Andres? Or it's a healthy competition?
Ako po, hindi. Parang pagbalik po namin na magtitaping namin ng Mutya, parang na-miss pa nga po namin yung isa't isa eh. Talaga doon sa workshop po, may workshop po kasi kami kay Miss Ana Fileo, napag-usapan po namin yan kung nagbabasa-basa ba ako, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi simula po nung nagsisimula pa lang kami ng ang Mutya na Section E, sinasabi sa akin ni Andres, parang sinasabi ko po sa inyo lahat na parang kuya ko talaga yan. Kasi tinuturo talaga sa akin yan na huwag kang magbabasa ng mga comments masyado, ganyan-ganyan, para di ka naapektuhan. Kaya nung sa workshop namin, napag-usapan po namin yan na meron talagang times na may nababasa ako mga comments, tapos minsan nalulungkot po ako. Tapos parang ni-remind po niya ako dun sa workshop na yun na okay, game na ulit tayo, mag-shoot na ulit tayo, huwag kang magbabasa-basa ng mga comments masyado para di ka naapektuhan. Yun po, okay po kami.
What can you say, Andres?
Ayun nga, sa tingin ko din, like, when we come to work talaga, we're all friends, really, and that's what was the beauty of ang Mutya ng Section E talaga, was the bond with everyone in the cast, and I think that's what brought the magic, really, and kahit naman nag-aaway sila minsan, it's important to try not to look into it too much talaga, because at the end of the day, we're all friends, really, and we enjoy each other's company, so parang, really, at the end of the day, I don't see it that there's a rivalry, in all honesty. I see that they're just very supportive and they just want the best for us, and ayun.
They're just fans, being fans, mga supporters. And for the rest of the cast, kasi yung title, Dark Side. So how do you handle your dark side in real life?
How do you handle your dark side? Rafa, you want to start? All the ladies here said good, yeah.
How do you handle your dark side?
Paano ko siya i-handle? Sa sarili ko lang, hindi ko siya, ano ba tawag doon? Parang,
pinapa-feel sa iba yung dark side ko kasi alam kong ano ba explain? Kasi marami na rin akong dark side na din sa sarili pero hindi ko siya ina-expose. Parang hindi ko sinishare kasi nahandle ko siya sa sarili.
Yes, you wanna keep it to yourself.
Yes, pinag-pray ko na lang, pinakausap ko yung sarili ko, lahat ng problema ko, yun. Ganun ko siya hinahandle yung dark side.
Parang good energy lang all the
Yes,
way.
ayoko kasi na puro bad energy. Gusto ko, pinapakita ko lang sa kanya na kahit may problema ko, or meron akong negative energy, gusto ko positive pa rin pinapakita ko sa kanya.
I love that. I love it for you, Rafa. Sarah! Dark side.
Personally, for the dark side in real life, I don't really mind it as much. I try not to mind the dark side. I just try to surround myself with friends, with like a good support system, family. Try to surround myself with positivity. You know, it's important that we don't mind the negativity that surrounds us. So, you know, just focus on the good and
Always. That's very Sarah Jo. Yes, Arya.
It's nice to acknowledge your dark side. Acknowledge it, face it, and then surround yourself with positivity. Pray to God. Listen to good music. Clean maybe. It makes you feel better.
That works. That works. I have to say. Angela.
You know, Heart's right. You have to really acknowledge your dark side. You have to face it. You have to be self-aware. Because sometimes we tend to be defensive about it. When people point it out, you become defensive and no, I'm not like that. But you really do have to face it so you could change and be better. Yes.
I love that.
So, yeah. So you have to accept yourself for who you are.
Beautiful.
Kasi the dark side balances the good side. Yan and yan.
That's right. Befriend your dark side. Kaibiganin mo yun. Yes?
It's part of it's part of life talaga. So, lagi mo lang tatandaan kung bakit ka nandito. So, kung magpapalamon ka doon, para saan ba kung ba't mo ginagawa to, diba? So, dapat hindi ka magpanalo. And of course, nandiyan yung mga friends mo, your family. It's really okay to not be okay. Just seek help. It's really important to talk to your friends, diba? And embrace it. Para sa akin i-embrace mo. Kasi part yan para mag-grow ka sa person.
I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, Justin.
Sa akin naman, you have to accept it. Kasi weather lang naman talaga yung buhay. Paminsan bumabagyo, di ba? Oh, bagyo. Paminsan maaraw. So you have to accept it. And then pag na-accept mo siya, mas maraming blessings na dumating.
Tama. Panahon lang yan.
Panahon lang talaga yan. Kaya dapat happy lang. Enjoy lang tayo. Ganyan.
I love that. Thank you so much, girls. How about the boys? Yes, of course. Who wants to start? Derek.
Si Ethan. Parang maganda talaga marinig ko yung Ethan.
I think may ready sagot si Ethan. Ethan.
Baseball po. For me po, you just really have to face that there's always gonna be a dark side. Parang may, in life po, may good side din po, so may dark side. So for me, you just have to face it. Like what they all said, you have to face it. And you have to, actually embrace mo nga eh. Kasi parang for me, kailangan, dun ka matututo sa buhay. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Yun po.
Thank you. Charles?
Si Charles.
Thank you. Parang nasabi kasi lahat ng sasabihin ko, pero yun, I try to focus on the good things. Sa life talaga, there's a lot of dark stuff na nangyayari. And you know, you have to face it. So yun siguro, focus on the good things. Enjoy lang. Okay, ikaw.
Gusto ko yung nire-hurt niya yung sasabihin niya, yun din.
MK?
Yes, Kuya, I got you. I got you. I think for me, I think it's always good to remember that in every darkness there's always a light. You just gotta find the right spot. You're not always gonna see what's ahead of you. You're not gonna know what the world or the universe throws your way. You're not always gonna be prepared, but you just gotta find the light and you'll be good. Wrap it off.
Find the light. Yes, Derek.
Ayun, kagaya na sinabi ni Michael, turn the lights on. Pero kasi, may kailang yung buhay, no? As much as possible, I try not to ponder sa bad stuff sa life. Enjoy lang lagi. Happy lang, no?
Yes, Martin Venegas.
Ayun, syempre, di naman natin maiwasan magkaroon ng dark times sa life natin. And ayun, sasabi ng lahat eh. Ako kasi personally, nagpe-pray lang ako kay God na guide ako sa tama. And ayun, makipag-hang sa friends, sa family. Tapos ito si Sam Show, lagi ako na-advise na ito pag nag-rant ako sa kanya sa mga problems ko. Sobrang galing mag-advise ito ni Sam Show. Kaya kung sa inyo guys, kung may problema kayo sa buhay nyo, i-chat ko si Sam Show.
Sam Show sa Instagram, pwede mag-message kay Sam Show sa IG for advices. Yes, Sam Show.
Si Martin talaga. So, yun lang, you know, like everyone said everything, like there are good days, there are bad days, but then, you know, at the end of the day, we have to go to the wound itself to heal it, and that's the dark side. And you know, it's important that we heal in life, and God is the best healer. He is the one who can, you know, bring us out of the dirt. So you know, just pray every time, and have faith in God, and walk by faith, not by sight. Yeah.
Always and forever. Yes, Kosu.
Halos nasabi na nila lahat. Ano ba sasabihin? So, yun, ano lang, embrace nyo lang yung dark sides nyo, syempre. Sobrang, normal naman yan sa buhay na, normal naman yan sa buhay na may dark times, pero yun, mas okay din na may mga surroundings nyo na positive, na may friends, family nyo, and yung mga loved ones. Yun lang.
Support system. Yes, JD.
Ako din, agree din ako sa sinabi ng lahat. Parang nasabi nga nila lahat. Yeah, I agree to embrace your dark side kasi sometimes that makes you stronger, diba? It makes you who you are today. And yeah, just pray, lift it up to God. And siya naman kasi talaga yung nakakaalam ng lahat, diba? Hindi natin pwede i-share lahat ng dark side natin sa mga pamilya, sa kaibigan. So yeah.
Thank you. AJ?
For me po, you should, like what the girl said, you should acknowledge for your dark side because everybody's not perfect and everyone has imperfections. Without those imperfections, we won't be human. And that's our imperfections. And yeah, we should be proud of our dark sides, right?
Yeah. Mic drop for AJ. Yes, Ding.
They all have valid points and face your dark side kasi dun ka matututo. That's where you'll learn in life and just surround yourself with positive energy para ma-cast out yung bad side.
You live and you learn. Yes, Nick.
Parang alos na, sinabi yung iba eh. Ito na alam sasabihin ko eh. Pero, ayun nga, sabi nga nila na hindi ko na naman sasabihin ko kasi sinabi na eh. So yung, like sabi nga nila, lahat naman tayo may mga dark side. So, mawala rin na ako. Nagsasabi na ako sa family ko, ano yung problema ko, sa mga friends ko. And ayun, palagi lang tayo magdasal, Panginoon.
Hi, Keegan.
Hi.
So, ayun, sinabi na lang na lahat. Ang ano yun sa akin, personally, pag, syempre normal yan, nadaan tayo sa dark side. Personally, yung ginagawa ko, I talk to myself, I pray to God, and kahit pa paano, sinusurround ko yung sarili ko sa mga bagay na makakatulong sa akin in the future. Ayun, learn from mistakes. Yun, sabi niya, listen to positive music. Yun. Yun lang.
Thanks, Keeks. Andre.
Ayun po, so kada dark side ko kasi naniniwala ako na meron din pong bright side. Kaya huwag sana natin kakalimutan na sa bawat dilim, may hinihintay sa ating liwanag. Thank you!
Nuts. Frost.
CJ, what else is there to say? I mean, I agree with everyone. Everyone has very good points. I'm sure you've all absorbed that. My only addition is that go for a walk.
That is true. That is true. Yes, Kurt.
For me, I believe that everyone has a dark side, and I handle my dark side through learning from it. I let my dark side mold my character to be a better person, and yun po. Thank you po.
There we go, and last but not least, Yanya Desis.
What they said po, thank you. Ay, joke lang.
Bilis.
And po, since nasabi na nila lahat, yun nga, embrace natin dark side natin. And may natutunan kasi ako kay Miss Ana Pineo sa mga workshop natin.
Tell us.
Which is yung being grounded, yung magkakaroon ka ng zero state. So whenever you go, kahit saan kayo pumunta, kunwari, workplace, sa school, you have different emotion where you go sa mga places na yan. So always come back kung saan ka nang galing. Kumbaga, zero state. Before I go to any other places, I return home. So sa home ko, I'm 0%. And when I go to other places, I learn all of these emotions and I leave it there. Yun lang po. Thank you.
We are taking notes, guys. Pero baka natin ng mga sagot ng bawat isa.
How do I deal with my dark side? Ayun nga, parang nasabi na lahat. So, prayer talaga. Yun lang talaga ang para sa akin is what guides me in my life. Instead of course, my parents guide me then, my family, they're always there, my friends are there to support, but I think really the biggest and most important factor in the drive of why I do things really is prayer. Because kahit minsan kapag nahihirapan ako, at aminin ko din nahihirapan talaga ako sa work, I just stop for a moment and pray. And mas lalo kapag if it's too much for me, I always like to think about the good things in life talaga. Really view what little things around you are a blessing to you. Kasi minsan we take for granted the small things in our day-to-day life. Pero, yun, I think really it's just to look for the brighter side. Yeah.
Yes. Alright. Ashton?
Ako din, prayer din. Kasi maliit or malaking problema, dinadasal ko talaga. Kahit yung tipong, Lord, gisingin niyo po ako bukas ng 6 AM, ganun. Dinadasal ko yun. Kasi kapag, sabi nila, i-acknowledge mo. Kasi pag di mo i-acknowledge, hindi ka magiging aware. Paano mo masasolve kung hindi ka aware? So, i-acknowledge mo, pag-pray mo yun, tapos i-surrender mo kay Lord.
Yes.
Grab it.
Ako naman po, aminado naman ako na marami akong dark side. Pero dahil sa mga tao sa paligid ko po, ang dami ko din po natututunan and mas napapalapit po ako sa Diyos. Ngayon, kaya ano po, mas nababago ko na po yung dark side ko. Yan po.
There you go. Maraming salamat.
Hello, good afternoon po. A question for Direk Peterson. I-send ko lang kanina yung question about yung what do you see about yung sa chemistry, but let's include na rin yung sa si Robin. Silang tatlo. What do you think make them forward?
Silang tatlo. Ayun, I think ang ganda nga nung casting nung season 1. Kasi parang physically pa lang nakikita mo rin yung vibe nung tandem ni Ash and ni Robin as JJ and Yuri, and what the JJ and Kiefer tandem is as well. So I think kaya siya masaya makita to panood kasi iba yung nabibigay, ibang flavor yung nabibigay. And I think with season 2, no, parang actually when I was reading the script, yung book ni Lara and then the scripts, parang I think ang bago dito na ngayon natin makikita is kung paano maging kilig tong dalawang to. Diba? Yung talagang parang kilig na parang pang high school. Yun yung na-excite ako nung binabasa ko siya. Tapos with JJ and Yuri naman, it's really how they handle the seriousness and gravity ng situation nila. Since they're coming from an engagement at their age. So, mas seryoso, yung drama is really there at ibibigay talaga nila yun. So, yun siya.
And parang how do you plan? Kasi nga like you said earlier, yung first season was very lighthearted.
Yes.
you just enjoy getting to know the characters. Or are you approaching yung kumbaga shift sa theme or dun sa maturity ng...
Yeah, I think may balance talaga. Kasi especially when I reviewed season 1, it took me like 2-3 days to watch it overall. Kasi nga the energy, di ba? Yung energy of watching the show. Ang saya niya i-binge watch. So dito, di naman mawawala yun at all. Actually, parang lalalim lang din talaga pagtingin natin sa characters without losing the spirit ng season 1. Or what made season 1 so successful, so watchable, and so great. Yeah.
And lastly na lang for Ashley, Andres and Robin, do you think nakatulong din na after season 1, you did your respective projects, nag-iba-iba kayo mga series and films, tas ngayon babalik kayo? Do you think nakatulong yun?
Opo, sobrang nakatulong yung mga ginawa ko pong projects kasi ang dami ko po natututunan kasi gusto ko po sa bawat project na ginagawa ko may bago ako matututunan. Sobrang dami ko rin po natutunan kay Direk Ted, kay Direk Chris, ngayon may matututunan po kay Direk Peterson, di ba? Kaya ano po, parang buti na lang talaga may mga ginawa po ako before mag-book 2. Kasi sa book 2 talaga medyo mas mahihirapan po talaga kami dito. Kung sinalang po kami ng agad-agad, feeling ko po mahihirapan talaga ako. Yun po.
Okay. Andres?
Ako naman, I really believe talaga with what's happened this last year, the past projects, I really feel like each time I've gotten the chance to work on a new project, talagang I learn a lot. And the best thing about this job is, with those learnings, I get to apply it sa next project, at next project. So, feeling ko talaga like, son of getting better, and I really feel like as time goes by, it's just all about learning and learning slowly. Kung anong pwede i-improve, anong pwede i-bawas sa mga work and all. But I really think that because of the experiences on being on set and the hours, it accumulates talaga. Mas nagiging comfortable kami sa season 2. So, ayan.
Ashley?
Ako ganun din po. Yung season 1 nakatulong sa akin para magawa ko ng maayos yung minamahal. And yung minamahal nakatulong sa akin para mas magawa ko ng maayos yung season 2. Kasi alam niyo po, yung bawat project parang may matututunan ka, hindi lang about sa sarili mo kung paano ka makakahugot o kung ano yung mga makakatulong sa'yo, kundi may natututunan din po ako sa mga tao na kasama ko. Kaya malaking tulong din po talaga yun.
Okay, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Sir Alan. Up next is...
Ako mag-question, gusto ko na i-congratulate si Direk Peterson for winning Best Cinematography sa IFA Film Festival sa Malaysia. Congratulations, Direk.
Thank you so much.
Okay, pero hindi sa'yo yung question.
Okay lang po.
Congratulate kita kasi bilin-bilin na Pilar Mateo. My question is for Andres and for Andre. Kasi sa buong cast, kayong dalawa lang ang showbiz royalty. Kayong dalawa yung galing sa showbiz family. So, how was working together? Marami ba kayong eksena na magkasama? Nagpa-bonding moments ba kayong dalawa? Andres, sige Andre, you go first.
Actually po, super laking bagay din po yun kasi yun talaga yung nag-bond sa amin kasi nakaka-relate kami sa mga certain situations. Lalo po ng workshop. Ito, kaya?
Ako din, sasabihin ko talaga si Dre. Parang may ibang connection kami kasi alam mo, galing talaga na my father was able to work with his mom, tapos ngayon we're working together, kaya nag-bond kami din talaga na parang brothers kami ganun. You know, and really our friendship is a great one, no Drake?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Nayaya ka na ba ni Andre na mag-car racing? Andres?
Di pa, Dre, di mo pa ako na-invite.
Let's go.
Oh, ayun, na-invite.
Ayun, and so para sa inyong dalawa pa rin, tingin nyo ba advantage or disadvantage yung pareho kayong showbiz royalty?
Ako naman, I wouldn't say it's a disadvantage or I wouldn't say it's advantage either. You know, I wouldn't want to label it in any way. Talagang, at the end of the day, the effort and the work that we put in is not something that our parents do, diba? Our parents are the ones that show up on the set. That's us talaga. And the effort that we give is what we receive, and that's what I strongly believe in.
Andre,
I agree din with what Andres said. And I believe po na it could be a disadvantage, it could be also an advantage. Pero just like Andres said, we would also like to be equal. Kasi parang ano lang po yun eh, sistatag na parang, yeah, we're anak po ng ganito, ganyan. Pero at the end of the day, it's still our push as ourselves kung paano po namin ilalabas yung mga sarili po naming talents. Pero syempre thankful kami na royalty po kami. Tapos syempre, yun po, thankful lang po talaga ako.
Ayun. And thank you guys. And for my final question for today, kay Miss Lara Flores, the writer of course. Miss Lara, saan ka mas nahirapang isulat? Yung first part o itong second part?
Second part po.
Bakit po?
Kasi kailangan ko na silang pag-away-awayin. And yung band na ginawa ko sa book 1, so parang ang hirap i-break nun. So someone, nakagaya ko na marami rin kaibigan, iniisip ko na, what if awayin ko to? So parang gano'n, nilagay ko yung sarili ko sa situation nila. So parang ang hirap. Tapos nag-iisip ako na ano pag-aawayan nito, anong magiging topic ng gulo nila. So dun medyo napaisip talaga ako sa, pag-aawayin ko ba? May ganong thought. Tapos yun, nairaos ko naman po. Hanggang sa nakarating na ng book 3. And ayun, so
so tapos na rin yung book 3?
Actually, tapos na po siya, pero kailangan siya i-revise. Dahil, aminado po ako, nawala ko yung voice ni JJ sa sinusulat ko. So kailangan po siya i-revise.
Okay. Sa lahat ng characters ba, meron bang isang character na masasabi mong ikaw na ikaw yon?
Actually, hindi po kasi kalat yung attitude. Pero siguro po si JJ kasi mapagmura din po ako noon. And ayun, may katakawan din, saka barkada sa lalaki before. Kaya yun, parang si JJ.
Ayun, anyways, congratulations everyone and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon po, Direk. Ito po ba yung first time na magdidirect kayo for a digital series?
Sorry po.
Ito po ba yung first time niyo na magdidirect for a digital series?
Yes. Yes.
Okay po.
Yes.
Ano po yung immediate reaction niyo kung nalaman niyo na kayo po yung magdidirect ng season 2?
Actually, correction pala. I already made the BL series in 2020, but that was during the pandemic. So ito yung parang full-blown on-site production. So I still treat it as a first. Tapos yung reaction.
Immediate reaction niyo po nung nalaman niyo na kayo po yung magdidirect?
Ako feel ko sobrang swerte talaga. Kasi it was our AP, associate producer, si Iris B, who pitched me as the possible director. And actually, matagal ko na itong pinapangarap kasi nagkaroon na rin ako ng meeting with sila Boss Val way back, like I think 2019, 2020, ng pandemic. And I've always expressed my desire to make a youth show. So, kasi feeling ko dun talaga ako mas nagko-connect with. So, yeah.
Follow up lang po. Correct me if I'm wrong, nag-direct nila rin po yung Don Bell dati, diba? For Uninconvenient Love.
Yes.
Ano po feeling na after ng Don Bell, may i-direct ulit kayong fastest rising love team through Ashless?
Yun nga, actually, yun nga, parang natutuwa ako kasi parang I think when I got to work with Don Bell, that was after their success sa Isn't Tour. So, ito parang after din ng success ng Amutyan ng Section E. So, I really see their drive and parang when you get up close kasi dun sa magic of what makes them successful, ang priceless din nun. To be able to have a hand in that and to contribute to that. So yeah, sana nag-enjoy kayo sa ating collaboration and I hope magtuloy-tuloy pa. Sana pelikula. Oh!
And for Ashton and Andres, may pinapakot na question yung isang fan nyo. Sabi niya, since AMSET 2 will be much heavier and much darker than the first season, marami rin changes with JJ and Kiefer. How do you prepare the nuances of the characters without losing the essence of Jayfer na minahal nila nung season 1?
Ako siguro, nagsisstick lang ako dun sa script. And bukod doon, tinatanong din namin sila direct kung tama ba yung pinapakita namin, yung mga nuances ba, okay ba. And kung hindi naman, nandiyan naman lagi si direct para i-guide kami pabalik.
Yeah, yun nga din. Parang, I think really the essence of the J4 Tandem talagang, of course, it's what we do for the camera and how we attack these scenes, but really kapag na-lost kami, we just really have to look back and ask our director, kung anong pwede or anong pwedeng gawin dito. And it's really mainly just that. So, yun.
And last question na rin, successful yung season 1, marami rin nag-abang na season 2. And yung Minamahal is a blockbuster hit. I think nagtagal siya ng 5 weeks sa mga sinihan. With that performance, meron bang pressure sa inyo knowing na kayo yung isa sa mga rising love teams of this year?
May pressure, oo, pero tinatry ko siya i-set aside. Kasi hindi talaga ako po ng tao na nag-work ng maayos kapag under pressure. So ako, ang nilalagay ko sa utak ko na kailangan ko lang mag-enjoy, tapos ibigay yung best ko. Kasi pag binigay ko yung best ko, kahit anong outcome, I think okay na ako doon.
Yeah, yun nga din. Talagang it's all about really enjoying the process. Kasi I feel that kapag whether any project you do, if everyone really is connecting and enjoying what they're doing and everyone's having a good time, feeling ko talaga makakita yan, nagta-translate yan sa screen. And I really believe in the whole process of collaborating with everyone and yun po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat. Thank you now.
Sobrang dami namin inaabangan for this season, just like in season 1. Is there a specific scene from book 2 na talagang inaabangan nyo to see kung paano nila gagampanan?
Yes, unang-una na siguro dyan is yung pag-aaway ng buong section D. Gusto ko makita kung gaano kaseryoso yung cast sa role nila. As in, hindi naman ako kaabang na suntukan talaga. As in, makikita mo na kung mag-aaway-aaway talaga, gano'n. And also, of course, the remarkable line, I miss you. Ayun, hinihintay ko rin yun. And gusto ko rin makita yung emotions lang. So, paiyakin si Ash. Yun po.
Thank you. And then, next one is, of course, I want to congratulate everyone for a very blessed 2025. Sobrang laki ng blessings mo. Like, Ashton currently filming MMFF, Andres in Bagets, Rajel just finished shooting for A Werewolf Boy. I just want to ask, with this very tight schedule, how do you manage your work-life balance or ano yung ginagawa nyo during your free days?
During our free days, siguro kung na-memorize na namin lahat ng scripts or lahat ng dapat namin i-memorize, matutulog talaga para the next day, pag may work day na, makakapag-function kami ng maayos at may mabibigay kaming energy at mabibigay namin yung 100% namin.
Ako naman talagang, I believe na rest comes in different ways. Some of us like to sleep, a lot of us like to also work out. I believe it's about finding yung outlet mo, finding those windows. Kapag may free time ka, you'd like to do something that makes you feel fulfilled. And when you're fulfilled and you come to set, mas nagiging inspired ka to do well because you're recharged. So yeah.
Ako din po, I'd like to rest lang when I have free time. And I take the time to really pray to God and spend more time with my family po.
Ako naman po paano ko nababalance, parang buhay ko na rin kasi yung trabaho, ganun ko siya tratuhin. Parang feeling ko pag hindi ako nagtatrabaho, parang mas nalulungkot pa ako pag di ako nagtatrabaho. So buhay ko talaga siya. Yun. So balance talaga siya.
Okay, and then for my last question, we've seen the trailer naman, and then you have already shoot naman a few scenes. Is there a specific scene for the main cast na nakita nyo yung co-actor nyo or co-actress nyo na napasabi kayo na grabe ang galing niya ng umarte?
Andres po. Ang galing na niya talaga. Kagabi may sunod po kami, di ba? May sunod po kaming heavy scene. Grabe, ang galing ni Andres.
Wow. Natatawa naman. Kung may scene na, alam mo, sa tingin ko talaga, I think I have to commend everyone in this cast really. Everyone really stepped it up this season, and I really believe that. I think it's because the idea then that we all came from a lot of work before coming into season 2, so parang naging mas nasanay na kami sa work, and we're a lot more comfortable, and I really have to commend everyone here that we all just really stepped it up, and I really believe that you guys will get to see that in season 2 po.
Lahat po, ramdam mo sa kanila lahat sila nag-improve kasi mas komportable na sila. Pero pinaka nakita ko talaga sa kanila pong dalawa. Seryoso, parang nagulat po kay Ashton no isang araw, may eksena kami. Sabi ko, tumatawa-tawa pa po siya bago mag-take, pero sobrang hirap po talaga ng eksena niya na parang luluha talaga siya na luluha. Tapos bigla umiiyak siya, nagulat na lang po ako sa kanya, parang walang actor's cue, lumalabas bigla yung luha sa mata niya. Tapos ang galing, promise. Tapos si Dress naman, parang kahit anong eksena po niya ngayon, parang kaya-kaya na niya. Kasi parang nung season 1, parang palagi tayo nagpa-practice, di ba? Puro practice, ganun. Tapos ngayon, ramdam mo po kay Dress talaga na parang pagdating niya sa taping, game siya lagi, parang ready na siya. Tapos yung Tagalog niya, sobrang nag-improve po talaga yung Tagalog niya. Nung isang araw kausap ko siya, dire-diretso Tagalog. Di ba? Yun po.
Okay, thank you. That would be all po.
Alright.